All right, guys. Welcome. It's dark. It's rainy. It's cold. It's bloody freezing, actually. It's approaching mid-December, and we are in the midst of winter. Hello, everybody. I'm going to be doing a stream. I am extremely busy today, however. The competition judging, you hear... Well, you don't hear. You realize it's 300 entries, and it's like, okay, all right, 300. That's not too big of a number. I can go through X per hour, but wow, it's a lot bigger of a time sink than I thought. So basically, and also tonight, I want to get back into the raid. I've actually managed to beat the first encounter finally, but still not dedicated many hours. However, tonight, hopefully, I'm going to be able to do more. So basically, all of this is to say, today's stream will be happening. I didn't want to leave you all high and dry just because I'm doing the judging and stuff, but it's probably only going to be about an hour long. And it's probably going to be quite boring as well. We're going to be doing, like, Istan achievements and stuff. So, I was very close to doing a merciless stream, but only merciless streaming for 1 hour feels a bit like limp dick to me. So yeah, we'll be here. To anyone who usually tunes in for the 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock time frame area, they're basically shit out of luck. But you guys who are early... yeah, we'll be able to do some cool stuff. We can have a squad. There's a couple of big collection achievements I want to go for. Wiki still doesn't have some details on the Sunspit caches, which the game doesn't have any good hints on either, which I think is really unfortunate. But as always, the community will aggregate that stuff, so we'll see what we've got there. There's some Corsair stuff to do. Anyway, I'm going to go get some coffee, and I'm in the middle of quite a lot of housework as well at the moment. I'm going to go get some coffee, and we'll make use of the hour as best we can. Hopefully chat about some fun stuff and enjoy ourselves. I never joined the contest because 1, procrastination at its finest. 2, I had no hope for winning after seeing some of the amazing submissions people had. I think that's a real shame. I mean, I'm like that. If I think that a scene is too crowded, I don't like the competition, and I don't want to get in on it. I'd rather forge my own way and do something different just so that there's not that competitiveness to it. But, 25 people are going to win. That's quite a lot of winning slots, to be honest. It's quite a lot of winning slots. There's another facet to this as well that's starting to worry me, and that's actually distributing the prizes and stuff, which is like a whole other phase after I determine the winners. So we'll have to see on that. But, yeah, and that actually scares me more. But, well, not more, but quite a lot too. Anyway. Oh, yeah, the other thing is we're not going to actually talk about my opinions or the videos or anything like that. I'm not going to talk about it till I announce it. I'm not, because I think that's still a bit weird and unfair. So there's going to be no tidbits, no random stuff like that. Just chill out. The results will be in, as I said, after about a week. And really, I've only had 2 days of properly looking at it so far. So anyway. 25 out of 300 plus. It's not bad odds. Exactly. And you can improve your odds by having a slight bit of talent or having some, putting some work in, right? Hard work can always mitigate fortune. Anyway, or theoretically so with these competitions. Anyway, I'm going to start the stream. I will see you guys in just a second. I'm just going to get a cup of coffee, and I hope you guys get something warm. Maybe cocoa with marshmallows, bit of whipped cream, sprinkled chocolate on top, plus a cherry. That's more like a sundae now, isn't it? Whatever. I'll see you guys soon. Right, I'm back. Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, guys? Was this about an Obsidian weapon set coming to World vs. World PvP? Was this discussed on the recent dev stream, which I totally missed last night? I literally tuned in right at the end, and it kind of weirded me out. I'm actually still modded on that channel as well, so I always feel bad typing because I'm like, oh, they'll notice that I'm still modded and they'll unmod me. Did you see the picture of the shrouded bench of the final judge? Someone posted it on Reddit. No. If it's to do with the raid, I'm trying to keep away from that stuff until I've played it for myself. I was going to do a true life I'm addicted to Guild Wars parody for the contest. That sounds alright. Rice is greater than potatoes. Okay. Thanks. It was before that, was it? Interesting. So what's the idea of this? Obsidian Weapons. Alright. Do they look good? Have we previewed? Have we seen the set? On a scale from 0 to ArenaNet's design a weapon contest, how much was their design a weapon contest rigged? Was it? Or because I wasn't aware of it anyway. I really didn't follow that at all. I don't think I talked about it once on the channel ever. And not mean-spiritedly. Oh, you know, I don't think it deserves to be talked about or anything. I just forgot. I just didn't pay enough attention. Did it feel rigged, or is that just some kind of silly joke? There was an open discussion on the forums about PvP changes, including some new weapons. What other changes were they thinking of? I wonder if that's because now that they've done, like, a lot of stuff, they're, like, hard up for ideas. Would these be tourney rewards? Rice is just very small potatoes. Well, rice is nutritionally only a certain select few things, right? A potato is basically everything a human needs for their diet. You can just eat and eat and eat. Thanks for the 4-viewer host, Ain Maiden. I appreciate that. You liked the winner and you actually voted for first place. That's all I've got to say. Oh, look, that doesn't sound very rigged to me. OLFP. So are you giving prizes away today? Guys, can you do me a favor? And please, if people ask questions that have been answered and are very blatantly, can you, like, answer for them? Because it actually kills me. It actually depresses the hell out of me streaming. It really, really bums me out. I don't know what it is. It's getting worse, though. Every stream, it's getting worse. They've discussed a number of things about both tournament rewards / leagues and general awards. I can't remember most of the specifics, though. Interesting. Okay. I should definitely check that out. Hey, Xavier, welcome, welcome, welcome. First world problems, definitely. Absolutely. Uncle Ben will disagree with WP? Oh, because of Uncle Ben's rice. Uncle Ben's long grain rice. Someone got shrouded bench of the final judge from the new raid I have seen. I really don't know what any of that means. I'm guessing that's some kind of loot or something, and you can speculate at it. We're going to get in game. Like I said, this is going to be a short stream. And it's really not going to be a very good stream. So we may as well at least get something rolling, right? So yeah, just there might be some vague spoilery things, but you know me, I don't even care about spoilers that much. And it's been a while since the release, so even though I haven't talked about it, that doesn't necessarily mean gloves should be off. But yeah, if we go POF, you come down to not POF, story journal. Daybreak. This is the one I really want to do. This one. But look, why ArenaNet? What's with the inconsistency? This really frustrates me. Do they think this is more fun than... So, for people that don't know, this one... Sunspit 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Like, this is helpful in that if you go to a guide or collaborate with a friend. When I get MMOs are about fostering communication stuff, so this is like a pro in that column, I guess. But this is useful in that you can be like, oh, I need number 5. Do you have number 5? Yeah, I have number 5. Okay, where did you get number 5? Well, I can guess it's over here through process of elimination. It's all right, but it's, you know, what's way better is General, Explorer. Does Llama Roundup have it? No, Llama Roundup wasn't done very well either. Wherever that, the LA one is, right? With the Karka. It's better when they actually write the hints out. Why? Why are you not writing hints? Laziness? I don't know. Just no appropriate workflow to remember at the point of developing the achievement to know where everything was. It's a bit of a shame to me. So anyway, you basically get no indication. Just play a ton of the map and you'll find some stuff. So I'm waiting for that to be there on Wiki. But there is another one, which is a bit easier. This is Corsair Keepsakes. It actually gives us 50 volatile magic, 3 whole AP. And I've got several of them. So find all of the Corsair keepsakes around the flotilla, because even a Corsair has a soft spot for trinkets. So we're going to find Barud's spare gun, which Wiki is telling me is northeast of the skimming stone. So let's go do that. The skimming stone is one of these. I think it's this ship here. That's the Dark Leviathan, Free Trader Haven. This is the Aetherblade ship. Is that fully unexplained? I really don't know. I think that's the skipping stone there, though. So we'll start at the Astral Areum, and we'll move along. And I'll try and find a way to get chat up so that I can comfortably see what you guys are saying. We'll do it like that. That's good-ish, if... Well, not really. It's kind of ugly. That's what she said. All right, there we go. Nah, they are good in their own way. What's good in its own way? Sorry? Can we do a squad? If you want, but there's really not that many pickups to go for. I'm guessing this will be a bit more discussion heavy, which is always like pulling teeth on twitch.tv, but we'll try it. Leviathan is pronounced with a thon. In your opinion, Xavier? In your opinion? That's going to really irritate you, me saying that. And I love it. Since your judging is a lot on your plate right now and you're streaming today, do you think you'll skip tomorrow or Monday stream? Well, the reason I'm not skipping a stream is I think... I don't know. I think that's a sign of laziness. How hard is it just to get in and glide around a little bit for, you know, and cut the time down, even if you haven't put much prep into it? I think it's better to do something than to do nothing. Maybe that philosophy's wrong. Maybe someone will watch this and be like, you know what? Wooden Potatoes is really boring to me these days. I'm going to stop watching him. But I think that it's probably best to just keep doing things. So I'll do a short little stream today. And the same thing will probably happen tomorrow if I haven't made discernible progress and freed up some time. I mean, it's not just the judging. It's also the fact that... By the way, I'll point out, at the Halloween streams, I was going on about how it's sort of lamentable that for the clock tower... The devs have never used the asset anywhere else. It's only there in Halloween, and you know, it remained this kind of special thing or whatever. And check it out, they actually use this is the Halloween. This is the Mad King's Clock Tower asset that they've got here. You can even go inside and stuff. So I thought that was quite interesting that this actually became a thing quite quickly, and it's got an interesting route to get up there as well, right, to the Vista. Is that really the only way up to the Vista? Maybe. There's crazy combat music going on right now. Sorry, it's the Brewmaster's up. He's about to die, it seems. Someone on Reddit asked for a lore-specific AMA, and one of the devs said that there is a potential for one. That would be really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like craving for lots of feedback and discussion about the story and stuff. I feel kind of bad because I've done so little of it right now for POF. So little, right? And I've got so many opinions whizzing around. And it's just like almost like radio silence since episode 6, of which the story content came out late because I was covering general gameplay stuff with the upcoming expansion as a priority. Since episode 6, you know, I've really... I mean, I've talked about... I always get a bit annoyed when people say, when are you going to talk about lore? Because, like, most of my videos are about lore. And most of it is speculation, and most of it is, you know, in that ballpark. But just because it's not explicitly regurgitating the facts of the story... People declare that I haven't talked about lore. But I do feel a little bit bad that, you know, it's gone that... how little I've said compared to how much actually went on in POF. And so once this competition's done, I'm hoping to use the rest of December to catch up with the rest of the story. This has been a really, really hectic year. It feels, honestly, it's very strange. It feels to me like it was just... like maybe a month ago that the year was starting. And you guys who have watched a lot of the streams, I don't know whether people are still around who was watching those streams at the start of the year. I know some people are, but in the majority, I don't know even at this point. But it feels like it was just last month. I was saying to you guys, yeah, 2017's just started this year. I want to do a new player guide. Remember that? That I wanted to do sort of State of the Game 2017 and teach people everything they need to know to get into good. We're at the end of it. So now I'm thinking, right, I'll catch up with the story through December. That's it. That's 2017 done, baby. It's over. I've lost my opportunity there. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's been a scary year in terms of that. So, by the way, this is the skimming stone. And we're going northeast of it, apparently, to find this keepsake. So, somewhere around here, out in the water, I guess. Unless they mean explicitly the POI. So, I will stay on the docks and just use my eyes for a second. There is dialogue about the airship. Something about... No, I don't want to vodcast. Please stop throwing random stuff on my screen, Twitch, so that I can interact with my audience. There's dialogue that explains there's something about them getting blackout drunk, calling for a raid, and when they woke up, the airship was there. Really? So it's like a hint. It's like a secret. Luckily, soon a lot of that lore talk will be about ES. Well, I'm deliberately being very silent about ES at the moment. Also, really fun every year to see people's account tours and how people like me, Deraw, Inks, etc. play the game. I probably won't do that one this year. I will do one next year. I think leapfrogging them feels right to me and feels okay and sturdy and normal. I think doing them yearly, there's not enough, because they're quite big productions. There's so much to talk about. And a lot of it, like, I don't even think I've PvP'd this year once. So, you know, and there's certain goals I want to hit. I want to get the legendary world versus world back piece and stuff. By the way, Kairos, welcome! 15 months. Money for a wholesome streamer. Am I a wholesome streamer? Thank you very much. That's really lovely of you. Ella Cora as well earlier has got 4 months in a row. 4 months down, 20 to go for the shiniest of badges. If that is your goal, I applaud you and good damn luck, because 24 sounds like a small number, but it can really take a long time. So anyway, thank you. Yeah, last year's were thrilling because people put in good effort. Goddo effort. What do you mean? What, the account tours? $1997 was only... Oh, there it is. 1997 was only 10 years ago. Really now? Dot. I'm kind of in that space as well, because that was as I was leaving school, and I feel like those last couple of years as you're leaving school, transition into uni, etc., those are like time freezes in your brain at about that point. That's it. Time didn't move after that. Did I get it? It just didn't ding anything. I guess I did. Let's just have a quick look here. God damn it, not side stories. Corsair keepsakes. We're gonna actually use the eyeball on that. We're gonna watch that achievement. And then I mean, like, even that, watching achievements and stuff, I'm excited to sort of go to steal from Doombox, go back to basics, and just teach people the normal stuff about the game, you know, like, find my feet again. Because I think I'm in a good position to do it, given the 0 to hero runs and stuff like that. What was I about to look at? Yeah, side stories. Did I even do... Night-a-thon's done, transfer anomalous... Yeah, no, we are finished. That's infinite, so you can never finish that. But you can get 30 AP from it, which I've got. So side stories, I am done. All right. Okay, so Corsair keepsakes. The next one we want is Kiango's Spyglass. So Kiango's Spyglass is... It's east of the Dark Leviathan. It's below the Crow's Nest, on top of the main mast of the ship. There you go. I said it right there because of Xavier's advice. Hey, buddy, when will you raid? Would you consider streaming wiping at Doom? I've been a bit miffed at sort of how I handle raid content and stuff as of this release. I have been playing it. I played it a little bit more since you last spoke to me, and I have beat the first encounter, and I've seen some more stuff. But then I quit because the person I really like to raid with wasn't there, and I didn't want to do it without her, and so there's just certain stuff. So there are just a lot of things that sort of... how do I put this? I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe the next release, seeing maybe, and this is not a guarantee, this is not a promise, but maybe I should stream it and just stream the wiping constantly, and you know, at least get some good value out of that content and stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, I am a bit miffed because a lot of it sounds really good. And slowly over time, people keep spoiling more and more and more of it. And I don't know. I generally don't have any very good feelings about the raid at the moment. And that's not the content itself. The content itself's really fun. And I like Encounter 1. And now that I know it and I've got good at it, and I actually did it in a tanking role, which I think is one of the more interesting perspectives for that fight. For all of that stuff, I actually think, you know, it's actually really cool. The content itself looks really good. It's my inability to cover it in time and properly play it and to a satisfactory degree that's really kind of bummed me out. Is there a particular reason why you haven't done basic profession guide videos? Other people have done it better already? Yeah, I think it's that probably. And it's just, you know, a lot of this isn't, you know, I don't sit, I'm not actually very good at my job, basically. I don't sit there thinking, what is the most money for viewership for effort content I can do? Well, and you know, like just do all these basic kind of... Like, another thing people often did in the early days and just reap ridiculous viewership and stuff was when they crafted their first legendaries and stuff, and I never did that till legendary armor. You know, there's just certain things that if I'm not interested enough in it, I don't do it. Even if it would be worthwhile. I have to be interested enough in it, and for whatever reason, I've just never been that interested in profession guides. So below the crow's nest, on top of the main mast of the ship. So we're on the wobbling skies right now. The Dark Leviathan. The Dark Leviathan. Oh, with the sigils and runes. Will come... Yeah, that guy up there. You ruined it. I wanted the thrill of having flown here without the direction, but there we go. Thank you. Oh, these are diving... Was that diving goggles? No, that wasn't diving goggles. There is another diving goggles I want as well, by the way. I think I already got this one, but I'll grab it. So let's just nip up here. You logged into the Guild Wars 2 forums for the first time. I'm not a PvPer, but there's some reasonable discussion about the mode. That's good. That's very good. The other thing, by the way, so the idea of a new player guide, that could totally include a basic profession overview. The thing with a new player guide is the demo, the captive audience for that are people who are new to Guild Wars 2, and thus they will be new to my channel. And here's just a basic rule of YouTube. If someone's new to your channel, they do not want to watch long videos. They do not want to. Even if in the end they realize that's sort of the format you shine in, if I can be so arrogant as to say that about myself, or that's, you know, where what's genuinely enjoying. Nobody wants to click an hour-and-a-half video for their first guide. Nobody wants to be like, I'm gonna get into Guild Wars 2. Okay, first watch this 10-hour series. No one wants that. So my main issue with the new player guide thing right now that I haven't really wrestled with too much, and I'm not saying this would stop the series existing, but it's that format basically only really works if I do lots of short snipped things. Like a 5-minute production on this, that's 5-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute. That means a lot of video spam. Which is what my regular audience don't want to see. So it's what they basically call like a gateway series, that would be. It's a gateway series that gets people introduced to the game and the channel that weren't there before, yeah. Like my old lore series with the, you know, the scripted lore story about Guild Wars 1 and the art and stuff. That's a gateway series. That's an example, right? So I'd have to find a way to release it convincingly. So yeah, anyway, that's stuff that's on my mind. I'm sure that's all really boring. 7 burning, and I have... Oh, no, I do have cleanse. We have the signet. I was almost about to make all Thief players out there cringe their heads off. All right, what else do we need here? Sorry. Cannonball stash. So we're looking for a stash of cannonballs. How can you stash cannonballs? But okay. It's inside of the sunken ship. Below the floating wood platforms. Coolio. All right, let's go do that. I just saw an overlay. What was that then? Warden Addian, 14 months. Hey, WP, speaking of the most money, any way to get the Path of Fire upgrade through your links? I think so, yeah. I think it just works, doesn't it? If you click the link below the stream right now, the one that says play the game or get Path of Fire or whatever it is. I don't even remember what it is anymore. But if you click that, I think it just... It works. It should take you to your options and stuff, and as long as it's registered that you've clicked my thing, I think that works. Thank you as well, by the way, if you do it. What was that deep sea dragon hint and a POF cutscene that you mentioned in a video this week? Yeah, so Cossage said... Cossage might even be in chat. They're quite often in chat. I just pointed at the screen. One of the things you guys miss out because I don't do face cam. But if Cossage is around, they posted on one of the videos basically that the Kesho cutscene seems to have a hint at the deep sea dragon. And I believe you can see that frame on the Deep Sea Dragon wiki page right now. So you can go to that. Shipwreck goods we obviously don't care about. Stash of cannonballs, sorry. They're inside of the floating ship. Oh, so wait. No, it's under the floating wood platforms. Well, that's not necessarily a POI, that's just descriptive of this region. Perhaps it's not the ship, perhaps it's a different one. Where's my shark mount, ArenaNet? This is too slow. Faster. Vite. I need to speed up. Oh, they think I got it. Maybe I did get it? No, I didn't get it. Oh, so but if he thinks I got it, then that means it probably is in this. One of the law books was here, so this is why I'm kind of thinking maybe there's not. Shipwreck goods, shipwreck goods. There's a little chest down there, but I think that's what I'm holding. Oh, there you go. Powder keg cannibal stash. I'm just a moron. All right, there we go. That's fine. I got it, guys. We're all good. Okay, and then finally we got Saida's sharpened blade, and that's in the back of the dark Leviathorna. Have the patron changes had a big effect on you? Just came in. I'm not sure if you already talked about it. I've actually been a little bit scared to properly assess it. I was talking to Inks about it, and supposedly across the board, people are really upset. I kind of want to do a good post and explain to people exactly what's going on. It is a bit of a shame. Basically, Patreon have changed it so that the fees, the processing fees, the content creator used to pay. So if you gave me a $5 a month for various perks on Patreon and the warm feelies of knowing you've helped support me, if you did that, it used to be I wouldn't see all 5. Patreon would take a cut, and then there would be like processing fees and stuff, which I'd also pay for essentially. So I'd see less than the 5, but still a higher portion than you'd get for a lot of other services and blah blah blah. So there you go. It's life. People are always taking money out of your pocket. So there's that. But now they've shifted it so that you pay that fee. So if you want to give me a $5, you actually have to pay like £5.20 or whatever it is, right? I don't actually know what the numbers are. I'm not that good at this. So that's the idea. That's kind of the thing. And obviously people aren't particularly happy with that. Other people are. It means that like I see a higher cut of what I think I should get, basically. But I lose a certain percentage of people who now no longer want to contribute because they have to pay X amount more. Even if it is only a matter of pennies, people might feel gypped. Nobody likes feeling comfortable that they pay a certain amount and now they're asking to pay more. So yeah, and that should mean a drop-off of people. And again, I haven't really assessed it. I don't know. I don't want to sit here talking about patching and stuff. That's not what you guys want to talk about. You just want to chill and play the game, so. Do you think we're going to kill Caricatoric in Living World episodes, or that's going to be a goal for the next expansion? That's a fascinating question. It's a really, really, really good topic, isn't it? Very curious to me, because it's like, do they have the budget to do that in Living World? The way that they've paced various aspects of the story, though, they seem to just not care anymore. Whether it's Living World or expansion, the story is the story, and they'll just tell it to their best ability. You would think that they try and have those major moments be in Path of Fire, but what major moments really happened in Path of Fire in terms of, like, Elder Dragon progression? None, really. We had an Elder Dragon get charged up, but that's something that Living World could have told better than an expansion, if you really put it down. So I don't know whether that's, like, a cognate thing that they've done, or whether it's just they're fumbling around in the dark and some things haven't really landed properly. So yeah, maybe we'll kill an Elder Dragon in Living World. Maybe they can do it. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they can have a really convincing fight and they can give it to us in a free goddamn update. What do you guys think about that? It's pretty nuts to consider, but I mean, this patch has been very high quality. Alright, what am I doing? It's actually embarrassing how much I'm fiddling with the UI on this. They need to refine some of this stuff, honestly. Look how bloated this is now. Alright, the other one I wanted to do was the diving goggles. Is stand dives, right? So we've got find and use the goggles above the ancient royal docks. So that's in Palawadan. So I'm going to go from the Astral Areum again. There's also an achievement in Champion's Dawn to kill a certain boss that I've never done, so we might do that as well. What's this? I mean, it really is a small change unless you were just donating a buck. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, this is the same as when I talk about the gem store and stuff, really. I assume that there are people who dedicate their lives and are employees with degrees and stuff that understand that this change will be more profitable for Patreon and its content creators in the long run. So they've made the change. I'll assume that the professionals know what they're talking about. I won't pretend to question everything other people do, even if it does mean a short-term loss for me. I'll keep an eye on it and trust that hopefully something good will come of it in the long term. And yeah, there you go. That's basically it. So yeah, off to Palawadan. Oh, there's a Sunspare cache there that I'm almost 100% confident I've never had. So I'm going to grab this. This is also quite a pretty looking area, actually. If you were paying $1 to 15 people every month, it would now cost you $20. Wow. Jesus. So yeah, they're really cutting off the $1 people. I mean, I don't offer anything to $1 people anyway. Some people do it, and I'm grateful for it, and it's very cool, and you're automatically a more altruistic person than I am by doing that. But I've never, you know, I basically just have a little platitude on there, you know. I have like a little, like, you're a true spud. Thumbs up. That's it, you know. Who are these people that do tons of $1? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that that's kind of a nice thing to do as well. Imagine this, right? You've just settled into a new job. I mean, seriously, stop for a second, guys, and think about it. Where are you in your life? Have you just stabilized financially? Stabilized to a point where 20 quid is, like, not a big deal? And, you know, some people will think, all right, 20 quid, so what should I do? I actually genuinely think if you've got £20 to burn or whatever, and you want to do something altruistic and nice, and you're thinking of giving it to charities, or you're thinking of supporting small-time content creators that wouldn't be able to get by otherwise, and, you know, as people do these days, as weird as that might have once upon a time seemed. And you got that 20, I actually think that splitting that among lots of different sources is a good idea. Yeah, throw $2 here, $2 here, $2 here, $2 here. You still spend the 20 quid, but you are, you know, you're servicing a variety of things that you like. Why give it all to one person? So I kind of get that, you know. I just don't know how prolific it's been on Patreon. Another therapy session. Wait, I don't need a therapy session. I'm good today. I'm all good. Actually, the most recent VOD that went... Oh, come on, that... I blame the skimmer. Wholeheartedly, I blame the skimmer for this. Not the skimmer, the springer. Sorry, skimmer. I can't even remount. Outrageous. Grotesque. Stupid. Dumb bunny. We gotta fly all the way back now. Unbelievable. I mean, I could maybe equip a short bow. But no, screw it. I'll just fly back. Flying back's fine. We're not in any rush. No, I'm not gonna TP to a friend. What? Oh, sorry. The ancient royal docks are in the south of the map. They're east of Champion's Dawn. It's not actually Palawa down at all. Oh, well, there you go. So, look, that was actually the game subtly helping us out there. Waiting for WP, abusing the Springer with you twat when the poor Springer makes a leap too far or otherwise gets him into trouble. Stupid Springer. Should have done /stuck. Yeah, but rubber banding isn't a thing anymore, man. That /stuck only really helped with rubber band issues, as far as I remember. It didn't actually help with... We didn't go very fast here, but it's fine. We're only going to Champion's Dawn. This airline will stop off at Champion's Dawn in 20 seconds. Yeah, I think it was only rubber banding that was really a thing. Or was it? Actually, no. Maybe if you went out of bounds, it worked too. That happens quite often with Mirage 3 on the axe. Yeah, I mean, if you play VG and you tank the boss towards the wall and you do it on a Mirage, you have to be extremely careful never to use that ability because it will teleport you outside of the arena and insta-kill you. It's like one of the weird bugs with one of the new Elite specs. Is there an in-flight movie? Yeah, it's called Potato Vision, where you... Well, potato audio, where you listen to me. Alright, the ancient royal docks. So, I'm guessing... I don't know, what looks docky here? Here, maybe? I don't know, man. We've got the Awakened in the Graveyard to do again. Which, again, there's a boss that I can kill here, which spawns an achievement. I just don't know what it is or how to get there. Good one. Thanks very much, man. Thanks, I try very hard. The docks are at the entrance to the last instance. Oh! That's a dock. Is it? Huh. Okay. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up here trying to see what else people said. There you go. Mr. Orville says, I spend $10 divided over 5 people on Patreon. Yeah, I mean, I really think that, you know, in a lot of ways, that's the way to do it. And I'll be bold enough to say it as well. I mean, seriously, if you guys are in that position, why not, right? Because it might seem like nothing, but it's one of those really weird... It's the, like, crowdfunding is just the strangest thing to understand. Someone very well-intentioned... I mean, I got a bit embarrassed by them doing it, but someone well-intentioned... Maybe it was on a stream, maybe it was on a video or something. Oh, no, I think it was on one of the super Q&As. Yeah, it was a bit weird, but I left it in the video in there nonetheless. They assumed if I got 40k a video, which I don't anymore... Well, I never really got for a long, consistent period of time. Around big releases, maybe, sure. But they assumed 40k. They said, you know, if every one of that just gave like a buck. I mean, it's one of those really cheesy, gross, like cliche things you hear like on all kinds of charities and stuff. But it's true, like if you actually think about it. So yeah, take that 20, just give like a buck or so to different people that you support, and there you have it. You put them one step closer to that ideal. It's like the ecto lotteries we do, you know? They just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Speaking of which, I need to finish one of those. I need to speak to Flag. So if it's at the entrance, the last thing, let me just finish this event and see if we spawn a mob after it. How do I feel about Mountain Corteria now that they've been out for a while, or just the game in general? I'm still not settled, and I think it's because I can make myself kind of angry thinking about it too much. But I think that I sort of described this topic in a recent stream, where I said, listen, you just have to accept that Guild Wars 2 has mounts now, and mounts significantly have changed the experience, the core gameplay loop, the whatever that we have, you know. And you either like it, or you don't like Guild Wars 2 anymore. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's sort of a thing you can't resist, I feel like. I don't know. I found my silver lining with Mounts and Corteria with Merciless and how they sped that up, so that sort of helps me a bit. Donations. Oh, Ewendell! Here, have some not Patreon money. Remember to pay taxes on your donations. Absolutely. It all goes into the same pool, dude. Thank you very much, though, dudes. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Ewendell. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you can support a starving British guy for 1 month. Again, I don't really want to talk about it. Has anyone got another topic, maybe? Living World is more problematic for new players. I think you can kind of accept the fact that you can pay for the correlating Living World at the same time you pay for the expansion. You found yourself fine with mounts and Corteria mainly because you actually legitimately forget to use mounts unless I'm 50% of the way through. I don't know whether that's a particularly valid opinion then. Dwarf Fortress crashed overnight, so you can debug it now. The champion for the achievement spawns if you complete an event to stop them opening graves up. Ah. Well, this is an event to stop them from confiscating things. Well, I'll go to the Ancient Docks then. The entrance to the last instance is like over here. So I guess I'll go over there. What do people usually do in Winter's Day? I've never played it. Man, there's a lot to do in Winter's Day. Usually, I just press H, and then... I press H, and then I look through my achievements, and I try and complete the list. That's basically it. And just consistently do my daily so that I get whatever big reward it is that they're going for. Did I go the slight wrong way? Is it... I don't really remember which corner it's on. Is it over... No, it's here. Here we go. How is this the Ancient Royal Docks? Am I being trolled? Oh, I suppose it is a bit of an old dock. There's a cache here. I will have got that, though. I guess this is a dock. So the diving goggles would be... Oh, actually, I think I know... I think I've seen these goggles. I've just not used them. Okay. All right. And we got daily from that. All right. We got to go back on the silly rabbit. So, here we go. Yes, I am Shamari. Wait. Ancient means old? You typing ancient in all caps there totally just twigged in my brain that ancient means old. I didn't realize that. Thanks for teaching me that. I think you should shout at people more because that's going to, that's obviously a great technique for teaching and imparting knowledge. Man, if you hadn't all caps that, I just would have had no comprehension as to the meaning of that word. 24 months from Jerry 01. Man, everybody's getting them. Well, it's not necessarily. They're all milestones at that point. 28 months. Jesus. Tell us about the news that the new Tomb Raider game and movie is out next year. More info at E3 or Gamescom, apparently. I didn't even know that news. I hadn't even heard that. Somebody messaged me about Tomb Raider. You can do one of the DLCs in VR. What? Why did it take my goggles away? What on earth? Okay, let's go back up there, I guess. I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. The trailer for the Tomb Raider movie. Oh, God. I mean... we talked about it already. It's a risk to do a video game movie, so then they feel like they can't take any risks, so then they just do this cookie cutter bollocks, like, gross. Wait, what? Now where are they? Huh? Will there be a Grimrock 3? As far as I know, no. I don't know. I wonder what happened. So the guys that make that are called Almost Human, right? I wonder what happened there, because they were a very small, tight-knit studio, it seemed, and they did amazing work, such good work. But I wonder if one of the risks you run as a small indie studio... I went to character select and back, hoping it would respawn the goggles, and it didn't. I'm just going to jump in the water and see what happens. Well, that totally didn't work, did it? Jump off this side. Don't jump off the side or your goggles come off. What? Why? Huh. I wonder if one of the risks of being a small studio like that is essentially working with your mates in a garage or whatever, or very few people. If you find someone's lazy, or if you find someone doesn't have their heart on it, or if you just conflict with someone because they have, like, all kinds of different worldviews to you, that could tear the whole thing. Even if you make a successful game, which obviously is an incredibly unlikely to happen, it could just collapse anyway. And if it's like a very personal reason for collapsing, you might end up having what happened with Grimrock, which is that they didn't really talk about moving on. They didn't, you know, if you go to their websites, you look at their blogs, you look at their forums and stuff, there's just nothing. It's just like the news just stopped and that's it. And then you hear randomly on Twitter one day, oh yeah, this guy from it is working on this game, this guy's working on this game, and there's just nothing, right? So I don't know. I remember a vague quote that they didn't do Grimrock 3 or didn't want to do it or couldn't do it because, like, to expand the game to make it worthy of a proper sequel in a way that the fans would want would mean expanding the company to a place that they wouldn't want because, you know, it would cost X, Y, and Z in terms of man hours and stuff. I think that was a thing, but I don't know. This is all pretty old now. I'm remembering what I was remembering when I was remembering, so... Bit of Chinese whispers happening here. You think it's above me? Oh. Oh, well, that's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, I guess that's the answer. I would be more embarrassed, except I told people this was going to be a terrible stream. No! I'm a little bit embarrassed by that. I told people this was going to be a lame stream with no prep and no idea what I was doing. So there you have it. Final Fantasy VIII stream confirmed. Man, I'd love to play FF8 with you guys. I got some serious nostalgia for FF8. And I would play it in the most broken, horrible... No, I'm not portaling. I'm doing it properly, bro. Thank you, though, I guess. Yeah, I would do it in the most... I'd draw all the cards. I'd get all the magic. I'd do all the broken stuff. Actually, I don't know whether I did. If I actually would LP it, I would... LP... I mean, when I LP games... Wait, so we don't jump off the side. We can only jump off, like, straight ahead where this guy is beckoning, I guess. Do we want to go in the gap in the dock? Yeah, stand dives complete. Sweet. Cool. I try and, you know, represent... I wouldn't over-level and stuff like that. Okay, now some of these are in story.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for fine potatoes.
Oh, someone has an eye for fine potatoes. We haven't heard that for a while. Oh, man. 4 months, BB. Thanks for keeping me entertained with my favourite game. I really appreciate that. Thanks very much, Red Terrier. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Thank you. Druid Stone kind of looks similar to Grimrock, but from the standard overhead RPG perspective, which I don't like as much. Yeah, no, what I liked about... What drew me to Grimrock was my past in Might and Magic games. And a lot of you guys are going to hear that and think, oh my god, I love Heroes of Might and Magic. Stop. I didn't say Heroes of Might and Magic. I said Might and Magic. I'm talking about some early 90s RPGs. And they were like first person, but still party-based RPGs. And that's what drew me to Grimrock. They weren't tile-based necessarily. But they were turn-based in combat if you wanted them to be. All right, what else we got? Rest in Peace. That's the one, Champion's Dawn. Survive the Rapid Ammunition Discharge Protocol without being... Oh, no, that's the story. Destroy each of the 3 Corsair ships. Well, the meta's not running right now, so can't really do that. Brandstone Research. Yeah, how much magic we got? We got 3k. I want more, basically. Save 40 civilians. There's a story instance. That's the opening instance. The caches, which we don't have on Wiki just yet. Complete all 5 bounties. Right, we missed 2 of these, didn't we? Let's see if we get ambushed again. Let's go and try Lady Shamshir. We can do that as a squad as well if we want, guys. I'll meet you all at the Challen Docks. I'm playing on NA. So yeah, if you want to join for that. We already have a squad, apparently. When Season 4 is over, are you planning on doing a big review for Path of Fire like you did with Heart of Thorns?
Enhanced creatures are roaming the desert.
I would like to. Let me put it that way. I'm not... I've realized one thing about myself. It's that it's very unhealthy for me to make claims and promises and conversation about things too far in advance. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that in 2 years' time you can see a giant review like that. It's something I'd like to be able to do. It's something I'm proud of having done with Heart of Thorns. It was also a lot of work. I don't know where I'll be with my life at that point. But so far, yeah, I'm fond of the... I am fond of the premise. There you go. As shitty of a response that is, but there you go. Are there a lot of bullshit entries? I'm not going to talk about the entries beyond just legitimate, regular, normal trolls and things. I'm not going to talk about the entries on today's stream. So what are his gambits? Drops fire fields, and we attack from up close to identify a weak point. So even though we have range here, we want to be next to him. Otherwise, we won't get our damage, I guess. I'm just going to try and dodge that. And that, I guess. Those animations are a bit weird. I don't know actually what's triggering or when. So he blocks heavily unless we're in melee. And then by being in melee, we get put at risk of these other tells. Interesting. What's up, Nosh? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Skelepire. And, yeah, so welcome, guys. Ooh. Just let me not die here. I'm not getting an evade frame every time those go. So what is that? What? I've also got no initiative because he keeps blocking. So I lose it on my unload. I'm also not running the boss kill variant. I'm running the lots of kill little random things variant. Oh, he even blocked the mark there. That's pretty brutal. And now I'm down. I'm not quite sure what he's been doing. There you have it. You just need to enter the bubble every so often to get the buff that allows you to damage. Ah! So we go in, we identify his weak point, and then we use that knowledge even when we're back at range for a period of time. I understand. Alright. So I'll go in, I'll watch my bar. I did not get a buff. Block, 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 block. Now I have a buff, and I'm going to move out. Oh, come on. This build's a bit poo for this this specific boss, it would seem. Oh, he's stunned. Nope, never mind. Now the buff's running out. Okay, so it takes a while to run out. So we go in, we get the buff, I move to range. How many seconds have we got? We got 16 seconds. That's ages. Oh, okay. So actually, we can play around this quite comfortably. 16 seconds. I can comfortably stand back here. As long as he doesn't physically move out of range, we can start packing the punches. So now, finally, 2 seconds. 1 second. He's done his movement. We're fine. We walk in. We regain the buff. It applies for 20 seconds, it seems. Oh, he had retail for a second there. I think that was what that was. Retail's not so bad because we heal so much on each volley anyway, but yeah. We still got 8 minutes. Oh, the Modern Crescent Hierarch is low. Shit, that was the other achievement. That right there was the other achievement. It just ended. Oh, we lost the buff. Sorry, because I was looking at the other achievement. Oh, you wanker. I don't know. Ewan, I don't know, man. I actually no, I do know. I'm never. You realize I'm not gonna stream near Automata, right? You know that, yeah? I'm trying to find some time in my own time to play it, but getting that donation back then, like, I really hope that you're not expecting that, because I'm not going to be doing that. I've been stressed enough by it, owing to the fact I haven't had my own time to do it. It's not gonna be a stream. You can basically dodge roll through the bubble to get the temp buff for 8 seconds or so. Really? Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Oh, my God. We just had 2 donations. I really don't deserve this today, guys. This stream's terrible. Breezy Motions. Whoop, whoop to No Prep. Keep up the great work. And thanks for your videos while I slave away at work. I'm glad that you appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's really lovely. And Lily... Time to throw money at you. These really are starting to seem like bribes now, Lily. Time to throw money at you. Christmas is coming up, so maybe you can do something cool with it. Was wondering what you have been playing lately outside of Guild Wars 2, of course. Been looking for some new stuff to play. Keep up the good work. I've not really been playing anything outside of Guild Wars 2. I've mostly been watching Twitch streams and stuff in my free time at the moment. As I said, I've been watching a lot of Tomb Raider streams. There we go. We got that one. So we've got another bounty to do. So yeah, I really don't have a good answer for you for that. I'm sorry. But thanks very much. And I need to figure out... my main problem with Christmas right now is I actually... For the people that I would buy for, I have no idea what to get them. Absolutely no idea. I think everyone's got to the point where it's just like, what do you do for Christmas? It's either a gag gift or that's it, you know? Let's have a quick look. Story journal. Daybreak. The other one I need is Matriarch Shrillis, who I guess wasn't on the board on the previous stream when we were doing this. Or we got ambushed, but I only remember being ambushed once. So, back to Champion's Dawn, it seems. It's not a bribe. Shh. Okay, Ewan, I appreciate that. It really has been stressing me out, so... there's some hidden achievements. Yeah, there are. There's actually a lot of hidden achievements as far as I've been led to believe, and they're all really quite cool. I've got a couple. I haven't done the thing where I go onto efficiency and checked just yet. But I will do that once I've rounded up some of this other stuff and, you know, done my first sweep. Is it on my end or is WP dropping frames? Out of all the frames that I've pushed today, which is 60 a second every second, I have dropped 0, which is 0.0%. Just FYI. Oh, what? Same gambit again? I guess so. And we dodged through that time and we didn't get crap. So this one's a matriarch, so I wonder... Oh god, she's like a sniper it seems. Can we please get some damage rolling? I really should have changed the builds. Because we're just going to sit here running out of... Oh yeah, that's not a stun break, my bad. It just gives you endurance and cleanses condos and your friends. Okay, dodge, dodge. That didn't do it. So do I need to... Basically, I think what needs to happen is I need to register... Oh, they evaded the mark that time. It needs to register an attack while I'm in there. So maybe if you're on a build where you have a dodge trait on, it's really easy and good. But yeah. If we go to Cantha, how badly do you think they would bungle the story? I don't know. I think there's risk that the story could be bungled, but I think one of the biggest risks with Cantha as a place to go to is everybody seems to want Cantha. But I don't know what people really want there because so much of the actual world building and setting has changed. Cantha is, if anything, rather than a crazy nostalgia bomb, it's an opportunity for the devs to really play around. You know, like the Echo Vowed Forest could be totally different now that it's not stone. The Jade Sea could be totally different now that it's not the Jade Sea. Some of the denizens that are there could be totally different. The city, if the idea is that they've become like some technocratic utopia, and well, not utopia, dystopia, you know, whatever, like Blade Runner style, as a lot of people like, as people were tipped off in one of those early concept art pieces that was not even seemingly associated with Guild Wars in the end. If it's all of that, I don't know, like, what are people hoping for from Cantha? You know, in a lot of ways, I actually think it's kind of a good thing what they're doing here with Nightfall and all the recent stuff going into the Massart again. I think it's kind of good that they should burn people out on the idea of constantly retreading. Maybe it's going to be a really good thing, right? To just make the whole community, like, PO'd at the idea of constantly retreading old ground. I already see it a lot now. You know, I have openly said I've kind of had my fill of going back to old places. I'd like to see some new things, some exciting stuff. But, you know, like, just keep going. Just keep going. For the next 2 years, just keep throwing old lore at us. Just keep doing this. You know, there's that description of, like, what Star Wars did with the prequels, where, like, there's no real value to it. It's just member berries. It's just remembering what something that you once saw, and it's nostalgia, and that's carrying the whole thing. Just keep going until everyone's sick of it, and then finally announce Cantha, to which people will be like, oh, I think I want that, but then they're also kind of sick, and then deliver a Cantha that is Cantha, but feels really different. Thematically, stylistically, everything about it is like... And that's like a huge breath of fresh air for people. That might be a good way to deliver that to the community. But I don't know, really. It's kind of a fun way. You donate out of the goodness of your heart and to be noticed by Senpai. Well, I have indeed noticed. And I do think it's very good of you, so thank you. Especially considering, you know, like... We don't really have too much else going on here today, because I've got to get going. Because the world is a-calling. So there you go, that's Bounty Hunter done. So that's 3 achievements we got done in just a little space of time there. Early release. Free 10 cage dissidents in Champion's Dawn. We could do that. There's only 2. We're in the area, right? So here's a cage. You.
Early release.
Be free.
Of the Sun Spears.
The Sun Spears saved you. And over here. Be free. There you go. Early release. Nice. Hey, that was actually really, really quick. Good. The only problem was missing that other event. Damn. And then we would have been doing even better. All right, so a couple of questions, guys, before I bugger off. I'm really sorry. Thank you so much for the subs and the couple of donations here today. I do not deserve it. But thank you, guys, honestly. It's very cool of you all. And, yeah, hopefully this was somewhat fun, I suppose. What Canthan mounts would you think that we'd get? Siege Turtle is one of the only ones that I really care about right now. Siege Turtle. Shit, you just blew my mind. There was a video I was going to make talking about all of that stuff. Oh, wait, did I do that? Did I do that video? Oh, we just had a duck. Zygan1 donated £3. Thank you. Thanks for keeping me entertained at work. Hopefully it's not been too drudgery and monotonous and horrible. Hopefully your working day can't be too long. I mean, I guess if you're West Coast, it could be a while before you get home. But for me, you know, it's like well into the evening here. Did I do that video? I don't remember. I did do a mounts video. I know that. But did I do a video where I express... Because there were 2 that I was going to do. I was going to do a video... What was the distinction between them? I was going to do a video about potential mounts that are coming up and ideas behind them. And I was excited to talk about the Siege Turtles in it. I think I did. Yeah, and the spider that could crawl up walls and things. Did I do that? Christ. I mean, look, if that's not a sign that my mental faculties are deteriorating, that I can't even remember some work I did within the most recent, like, 2 months. I know I missed your explanation of how things are going, but I wanted to ask how the judging's going. It's a lot more work than I thought, a lot more time invested than I thought. I massively underestimated what it would be like to watch 300 submissions. And it's not 300 submissions. A lot of those submissions are playlists. And I'm kind of tearing my hair out because... Like, I don't want to skip through too much. I don't want to watch on fast forward too much. I don't want to pay people their due. I don't want to prejudge. I don't want to watch the first 60 seconds and be like, yeah, this person doesn't win and move on. I want to give them their due. But I have a feeling, and I'm still in the early stages here, I have a feeling in the end it might get a bit bad. More questions quickly. Okay, apparently I did do the video. Cool. So now, do you also understand why ArenaNet rarely do competitions? No, because I think if you do a competition as a committee, it takes a lot of pressure off of you. Lexu, it's good to see you 28th, one of the old guard right there. Loved your recent map video on the Alonian brand. Thanks, man. I really like that video as well. I was scared it was boring, but like footage-wise, it was such an easy video to make as well. I love that video because I was really enthusiastic and happy about what I was talking about. But also, it was such an easy production. You got no idea. Literally go in-game, pan around the map. People think it's lazy when I don't show footage relevant 100% of the time or whatever. But quite often, most videos I do take a lot longer for the footage component than even that. And that was relevant the whole way through because I just talk while I mouse, right? Anyway, thank you. Yeah, no, the thing about the competition, if you're a committee doing a competition, there's less pressure. Because it's like... There's no personal... Like, there's like a diffusion of responsibility, right? If you judge poorly, if you do something poorly or whatever. For me, it's like... It's me. If you don't win, if you don't like the position of something, it's me. That's it. Hi. You're pissed at me, right? And the pressure is on me. I don't think I should really invite that into my life, but I do. So there you go. Anyone on EU want to do Istan bounties? I have a squad up in LFG. There you go. There's something from Nike there as I'm about to bail on this ultra casual of casualist streams. I love your videos when you just look at the map and ramble while you draw on the map. I resent the word ramble there. There are scripts and bullet points that go into those. There are talking points, predetermined talking points. Did you know it's possible to skip the JP in the PvP lobby? No, and actually, as I demonstrated earlier, I don't even have all the llamas in that lobby yet. I should do that. That should have been something for an easy... If I'm still swamped under tomorrow, we'll do that. We'll finally do the new PvP lobby. Guild Wars 2's competitions also involved actually having to watch hours and hours of videos, probably more than once, and they have multiple people. So WP is putting in more work than himself than ArenaNet has ever had to do with the competition, to be honest. Well, no, my competition here is inspired by one of ArenaNet's own, but they limited all their submissions to 60-second productions. I didn't do that, and I said you could submit entire playlists, which in hindsight was a bit silly. But they probably had a higher volume than I did. Almost guaranteed to have a higher volume than I did. Don't leave, then I'll have no excuse not to go to the store. No, listen, guys, you've got chores to do. I'm sorry that I haven't been for the full length of time. But, hey, it's been an hour already, so we will leave it there. I'll be back, hopefully, tomorrow. And I'll try and squeeze out some videos for you as well. But, yeah, I'm going to go raid very soon. And I really hope I make some meaningful progress today. I'll tell you what, running the gambit of LFG when a new win comes out is not fun. So many people, like, just leave so quickly. Like, I know I'm a loser and a no-life, and I'm afforded certain luxuries, right? Where I could just play hours and hours, well, sort of, can play hours and hours and hours. But so many people are gone within the first half an hour. It's like this desire for instant gratification, and it's insane. And it's like, okay, you teach everyone everything, you do a couple of pulls, it finally starts to feel like it's clicking, and then people bugger off. And it's like, why? Stick it out! Are you going to play the game, or are you going to have a wank? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you very soon.